Hey everybody, welcome back to the Collective. It's been a while. Today's video is going to be about the Collective themselves and what we do and how we do it. So let's jump into who we are. We are of course the Collective, but more specifically we are a group of members who have actually an interesting story. I think every one of us has got a really fun and unique story as to how they got to where they are today.
So I got started with an interest in cars, shortly after I got my first license. I was big into skating, rollerblading, curbs and handrails, that kind of thing. And at the school we went to, there was a couple people that started showing up with lowered Hondas and cool things on that. Kind of dug into it. It turned out the guy moved here from California and kind of was hooked from there. A shop called Sports. Used to drive my bike at the time and my other car down to the Safeway, and I couldn't afford it. Just sit there and read the sports compact cars. Take a look at all the Nopi ads and just dream about the cars and parts that I wanted. We used to turbo our cars. This is before the internet. This is the first tuning book I had. Turboing a Honda Civic hatchback with a Mitsubishi Eclipse turbo and a Starion intercooler. Then obviously the game Gran Turismo was a game changer and really showed us all the different cars we had. We had little Lancers, why they had Evos, things like that. So we really got dived deep into that. I imported my first car in 2001, a Civic EK9 Civic Type R. We were bringing in a lot of Honda cams and badges, and after the Honda parts, I had the opportunity to go to Japan for the first time in 2001, I believe, and got to meet the president of Spoon, go to Tokyo Auto Salon and watch some drift racing in Japan, and from then I was kind of hooked. Took a hiatus in the middle, doing real jobs, and then when the cars became 25 and legal again, kind of hopped back in and took the experience of the car world and the dealership world and put them together, and that's how we got here.
I'm from the UK and I've been here in Japan probably 12 years. And the reason for me being here is cars. So I was very interested in Japanese cars since I was about 15, 16. But going way back before that, just to give you an idea how invested I am in cars, I think the very first picture of me when I was a baby, I had a car in my hand. I had a playmat that had roads all over it. I had a basket of cars. So it seemed that from even a baby or a very young age, I was extremely interested in cars. Now moving on, about 10 years, so when I was around 10 or 11, I would buy magazines and cut pictures out. And these were magazines where you could buy cars and sell cars. So you got like a little advert, a little picture of a car and a very small explanation on the car. I would cut those pictures out and put them in a notebook to try and make my own buy and sell trade magazine. And then the whole Japanese car thing started at around 17. And I started researching cars from Japan, and by the time I was about 18, I think I had imported my first car from Japan, and it was me sending money to somebody in Japan and waiting for my car to arrive. So I think I did that 3 or 4 times, and then I decided to come over to Japan. From then, obviously I was in JDM heaven. I could see cars so cheaply. I could buy and sell without much risk because the cars were cheap. And I mean, we're talking, you could buy a GTR for probably, I don't know, $5,000–6,000 US. I was offered a 34 GTR actually for around 16, 17 thousand US dollars. Over the last few years, I've been selling more European stuff to people around the world and forming with the other members the collective that you see today. Now, let's talk about what we do. So in the collective, we have a lot of members, and each member, I guess you could say, plays a role in how we move, how we work. So for example, myself, I am searching for cars in Japan, and I am very active in auctions or going to dealers, and even, if I can, I'll try to find cars privately. Of course, we have a pretty strong network, especially here in Japan. We have a lot of people with eyes open looking for these cars for us. That brings me into the final thing that I'd like to talk about in this video, the Dream Car Collective. Now, this is a live auction platform where we'll be showing cars in Japan for auction, showing cars in other different countries, maybe in America, maybe in England, maybe in Australia. And it'll give you a chance to buy the car and send it to America. Now, the benefits of this is we've cherry-picked those cars, which means you are cherry-picking those cars too.
So the process is pretty simple. As James said, we find the cherry-picked cars and the best examples to put on the website. And over the last, 20 years, we've developed a solid network of every process. So once you bid and win a vehicle, it's pretty simple. James will help schedule it. We'll get it on the boat. We'll do all the customs paperwork, get it deregistered in Japan. The car gets sent to here, where our port specialist, Eric, with True JDM Imports, makes sure to do all the US customs port, all the paperwork, and then all of that gets sent here, and we typically do a US title, and then the vehicle will be shipped directly to you. So again, it's a pretty easy process. We just utilize our network of the last 20 years to make it a smooth, easy buying process for you. It doesn't matter if the car is located in the UK, Australia, New Zealand, the Netherlands, or Japan. It's the same process, and that's the benefit of all of the partnerships that we've developed. So you can bid with confidence knowing that once you win the car, it will arrive to your doorstep with all proper documentation and everything done. So once you win the auction, the buyer's fee is due. This is a small 5% deposit, capped at $1,250. And anything past that is going to be invoiced from Rev Hard Motors, so the transaction will be backed by a licensed dealer. You'll have all dealership paperwork and temp tags as well. And that's when we'll collect the remaining funds and schedule the distribution of your vehicle. So as James said, we'd love to have you as a member of the collective. If you'd like to look around, there's a free membership. If you'd like to bid or use our services, it's just a one-time lifetime membership fee. So right now, we are weeks away from launching. Head over to the site. At the bottom of the site, there's a place to put in your email. Hit subscribe to the list to be notified when we launch. And also, everyone that subscribes pre-launch is going to get a complimentary membership.
We hope that you'll enjoy being a member and enjoy seeing the cars that we are offering out to you. And of course, we're waiting for you to join the family and enjoy the benefits and enthusiasm that we share.